Oh, hi, didn't see you there. Your boy Uncle Rich is back with this eBay Motors special V8 Tesla, and I hope you enjoyed last week's 1 millionth and 4th subscriber video where I took the 1 millionth and 4th subscriber's wife to Olive Garden, and she surprised me and her husband with just how ready she was for the date. She complimented me on my shiny head, I gave her some presents, and then I watched her eat the breadsticks she paid for because I forgot my wallet. Now, a lot of people didn't like that video, which was okay. It was kind of random and blah, blah, blah. I came for car content, not to watch a guy enjoy his life. But let me explain, okay? Give me 10 seconds to break this down for you. This is a box. In this box contains what I owe you. There is nothing in this box. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. If you want to hear more inspirational talks, please hit that subscribe button. Now, to do a quick recap, this is your first time here, I'm making a V8 powered Tesla. This one was in a flood, and instead of letting it sit in the field rotting away, I decided to put it back on the road in the most aggressive way possible. That and Tesla won't send me the parts to fix it, but Chevy sure will. In the first episode, I said I was putting a V8 into Tesla. The second episode, we actually put the V8 into Tesla. The third episode, we disassembled the donor car and removed the wiring harnesses needed to get the V8 Tesla to power up. Now today we're going to see if we can get some life out of this car and head to the electrified garage to fix some of the things that were broken. Now that's why I needed that necessary pause in the series last week to navigate some of the wiring in the V8 Tesla, because it takes time and I'm certain no one's going to watch all 100 hours of wire discovery. If you really want to watch it all, I'll make a webpage on Squarespace showing every bit, since YouTube is a place for 5-minute tutorials, not graduate school. It's so easy to claim a domain or URL like www.v8tesla will be worth it when I go to blocksuperchargers.com or www.imstillthinkingaboutolivegardennight.com. Then you could create a custom site that matches your style and enthusiasm. Check out these page templates because they'll make your web page look better than the current state of this V8 swap. Head to www.squarespace.com/richrebuilds to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain using the code in the description box below. Shout out to Squarespace for making platforms for people's passions, even if people think a gas Tesla is less ecological than a regular Tesla sitting in the landfill. Thank you, Squarespace, and let's get to work. All right, so now we have the majority of the old wiring harness in the car now. Joshua, who is a huge help in this. Thank you, Joshua.
No problem.
And he actually brought up a really good point. The issue we're going to have is because there's so much heat being generated by this massive V8 engine right here, what we want to do is we actually want to run the wiring on the outside of the rails instead of the inside. So if you look right here, I actually started doing that already. You want the wiring to run on the outside because this really wasn't designed, those harnesses, to have so much heat. So we're running on the outside. I'm also going to do the same thing on this side as well. Going on the inside, there's a lot of work to be done here too, working around these V8 bottles that Joshua kindly left behind for us. What we want to do is we want to make sure we vacuum all of these metal shavings. Joshua already started cutting the bottom of the floor pan and making these rails here for the drive shaft to go through. We have to also remove the other wiring harness on that side. Again, same reasons. This car was on a flood, and I'm not really sure what the status of this wiring harness is, whether or not there's like corrosion. We're better off taking the harness from the white car so there's less room for error. I see Joshua is still reading his How to Weld book, which is just 2 books there. Will you play the piano? Joshua, this is gonna...
That is awesome.
You know, it's not that thick as I would have expected it to be, though. I mean, we should get him to honk.
That's awesome.
All right. Hey, Chad, guys, I made a boom boom. I'll put over here in the thing. I know. Can we fix this?
A little bit of hot glue.
What do you think? Oh, see all the gunk's leaking out of it, which is disgusting.
I don't know. I think something went through here. I'm not
Yeah, there was.
sure.
I think the impact was around here somewhere.
I think so. Yeah.
These things still aren't cheap, Chad.
No, they're not.
So if we could fix this and then maybe bench test it, so I could put it in the
Sure.
V8 swap, that would be good, Chad.
Sure.
Thank ya.
First time I had to be careful of opening up an MTU.
Yeah, I know, right? There could be an animal in this, Chad. I really don't know. Could be anything.
Well, we're not in Florida, so we don't have to worry about lizards.
Right. Or tree frogs.
Tree frogs.
Big spiders.
There's actually bulletins about lizard ingress and tail lights in Florida cars.
You saw the RS7 video, right?
Yes.
There was a frog and a lizard in the taillight.
Yep.
And there was a snake in it when it got delivered to me. Uh-oh.
She's goo. It's all goo in the bottom.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. I don't know, man. That might be...
away from us.
Oh, boy.
Look at
Look
that.
at that,
it
huh?
poked, but I don't see any actual damage to the board, so we might be all right with just the screen.
Oh, man. This is awesome.
And a little goo cleaning, but you know.
Just a little bit.
Oh, wow. Look at that poor guy.
The ribbons, no. That's no bueno.
No.
Is that a good thing, Chad?
Yeah, no, that's definitely bad, dude.
What a shame.
Yeah, that thing took a bit of a beating. I'm impressed that that's all that happened was mainly the screen.
Yeah, that's impressive. I almost want to frame that thing. There's so much glass in it, you know?
Yeah.
All right, what are you working on, Brian? Show me what's going on here. You doing a little brake job?
So I'm doing what we refer to as a brake cleaning here on this Model S.
Well, EVs don't need maintenance.
No, they
so it's
don't.
fine.
Not
So
at all.
Whatever,
so
that's
I'm
fine.
just gonna put the wheel back on. It'll be
Let me
fine.
just see what you're doing, just for the heck of it.
So this car actually failed inspection because this rear pad is not contacting the rotor.
They actually checked that for inspection?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. Amazing.
So it's seized in there and it won't even move right now.
Ah.
So I was able to actually get the outer pad out nice and easy, but this pad's so stuck in here that even if I take a seal puller here,
Right.
which is typically our technique for getting these stubborn ones out, and I give it a good amount of whack, it's not even moving.
What I would do is I would go back to the inspection place and just say that I don't have to use the brakes. It's an EV and it has regen.
Oh yeah, totally.
All right. Oh, looky here, Chad. You think it's gonna work?
I'm hoping.
Yay!
So we got the MCU up and running.
Okay. The MCU works, the big deal.
Yep.
Then now for the instrument cluster, that'll probably figure that one out in a second.
Yep. Hopefully it stays alive. We'll see.
Yay!
Eventually, if you get enough broken parts, you can make a good one.
You can make one good one, one half working one. Yay, Chad, we did it. And by we, I mean Chad did it. Nice job. So you took like what? How many different broken pieces to make one good working
We're
one?
not going to mention how many. There's enough here to understand that there was a lot.
So the unfortunate part was that we couldn't fix it because the way the impact happened, it actually hit the board.
Yeah, it busted the board pretty good, and yeah, I think it shorted out a couple things.
But we got enough broken pieces. Like this is from a flood one.
Yep.
This is from one that just spontaneously blew up for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
That's from a fire and flood one. I don't know how that happens. And then
The Tegra was out of a.
yeah, so we actually put together the three different instrument clusters to make that one working one. But instrument cluster's working, MCU is working, so this is
We're almost there.
pretty much ready to go in the car.
Yeah.
On, we did it, baby. So you can see here, I brought something special. Knee
Oh,
pads.
wow.
You know why I have these? And this is to show
Why
that,
do you?
Rich is a man. Don't say anything. Rich is a man of the people. There was a man in the comment section. Well, I'm assuming it was a man. Well, I shouldn't assume anything.
Never assume anybody's
that part out,
gender.
please.
Yeah. No, I won't.
He said, always wear knee pads. You'll thank me in 20 years. So I'm putting my knee pads on. And hopefully I am alive to thank him in 20 years for my good knees. We have knee pads. And then number two, even more importantly, look at this. Instrument cluster.
Those knee pads, though.
Yeah, right?
Safety.
I know. Hey,
Safety
listen,
third.
Safety third. We're going to address all this stuff we just walked by. So now, we're going to see what...
Oh, he's playing with a
Joshua,
pink.
I see you've been busy working on that Barbie car.
That's something for Grindhard to do.
I know, right? Put an engine.
They've probably already done.
Yeah, put a two-stroke in that, no problem. This looks pretty good, Joshua. So these are the engine mounts, right?
Yes, sir.
And those are just tacked in, I'm assuming?
Yep.
Looks almost OEM. Nice metal mesh. What else do you have to do for those?
I'm gonna make little support plates. Go back here. Tie these together.
What are the other points that the engine is mounted into the car? One is the front subframe. Is also a point with the transmission mounted to the car as well?
Right.
All right. Do you make that as yet or no?
Nah, yeah, that'll be with the tunnel.
Okay. Once the tunnel's made, you'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It'll be
Cool.
part of that.
What chapter in the book is this?
I believe 13.
Oh, wow. All right.
All right, and then but the other day I came by and started kind of lightly placing the wiring to where I wanted to go in the car. And after thinking about it, I remember in a couple episodes ago I was saying, you know what I might do is I might just install the wiring and just kind of tie up the wires I don't need anymore. But after thinking about it more and more, there's a ridiculous amount of wires that aren't going to be needed here. So a lot of this wiring is going to be obsolete. The only thing I really need from this is the headlight harness. That's the headlight harness. These are the various grounds that I need. This is the connector for the ABS system. And the rest of the stuff is just random things that are no longer the case. Like I don't need the power and ground for the cooling fans anymore. This is for one of the 3 or 4 way diverter valves that went for the coolant. There's just tons of stuff I'm not going to need anymore. For example, this is for the steering rack. This is power and ground for the steering rack, and we're not going to have an electronic steering rack anymore, so this is going to go. So I could take this giant wire, both of these wires rather, and take it directly out of the fuse box. So this will be gone, but there's just tons of stuff. Other random junctions, again, these are for cooling fans. There won't be cooling fans up here anymore, or at least ones that are controlled by this system. There's going to be 2 independent systems controlling the car. One is going to be the Tesla system that has the body control module, and the body control module will control the door handles, the windows, the sunroof, etc. And then I'm going to have the standalone for the LS swap, and the standalone is going to have everything connected for the starter, for on and off, and for the injectors as well. So there'll be 2 different systems controlling this car. But again, once I finish stripping down this wiring harness should only be really but a few wires.
How many?
But a few. And then on the inside, it's the same thing. On the inside is the body control module. I'm not going to have the air suspension module anymore because it's going to go to coil. And a lot of the wiring up there could be neatened up. But today, what I want to focus on is actually getting the MCU and the instrument cluster to turn on, amongst a couple other things. So we'll start getting that worked on pretty soon.
And we have a perfect A and B. This is Steven's side. And here's
That's
Rich.
not fair. That's not fair. You told me I couldn't use the brake clean.
Also, this is my pile of compartmentalized gook.
Yeah, I
Rich
threw it on the
just
ground.
throws his in the ground. Savage. It's not fair. You want some brake cleaner? Here you go, babe.
Please, thank you.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll help you.
My goodness.
Want some fire?
No, not again.
There you go. You're gonna melt the wires though, Richard.
Oh no, wait, can't
on.
have that. Actually, that does work. This is another Tesla Inception thing for you. So this is the fuse box. Sorry, this is the fuse panel that was on top of the battery. So in case you're having problems with your Tesla, obviously you check these fuses to make sure nothing's wrong with it. But if you look at this, this is like a little subfloor for fuses here, right? You put this up and you pull this back. Just kidding, there's more. Howdy. Please tell me there's a donut in there.
For you?
Heck yeah.
We should probably dunk it in some of these metal shards.
I need energy. What the heck? You know what? No one could beat me in the comment section in the contest.
What's that?
You ever have the contest where you tie a donut to a string
Yeah.
and you have to pull it off and eat it?
Yeah.
I've yet to lose one of those.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, I wish we had more donuts because then we could try that.
I've yet to lose one.
Really?
We tie it to a string.
Hey, I find it funny you're saying this when there's only one donut left, so we can't have this competition right now.
Yeah, that's true too. It's
We
a little.
lose anyway, so it doesn't really
So
matter.
I'm going to get more donuts.
Yeah.
Go nuts, kid. I win every time. Every single time.
Why is that? What's the deal with that?
I don't know.
You just really like donuts? So you think you got a good technique?
I'm just naturally good at something. You know? I shouldn't have to explain my skill.
Put your donut back in there. What about bombing for apples? How are you at that?
You know what?
You don't eat apples.
I've never.
You don't eat apples.
I
He fears the water.
never tried it actually. I never tried it.
Again, fearing water.
Well,
That's why you haven't tried it.
no, I feel like.
When we go camping, you're going in the water.
Yeah, let's do it, man. You know me. I don't care. I'll drown. Whatever.
No, I'll teach you. You won't drown. We
what
need
it
you.
is.
I need you.
Did you? Oh, Steve on.
Yeah, man.
You know what we need too, though.
What's that?
Lena to do her job,
Well, yeah, of course.
which hasn't been happening. So
Whole thing, one time.
I never tried it. A donut? Why would I do that?
Why would you eat one off a string
Why would I rush it? I want to savor it.
for a competition?
Yeah, if you're competing, it's like the hot
have-
dog eating contest mask.
You do.
Silver balls. All right.
All right. That's a Christmas song, right? Silver balls.
I think it's bells, Richard.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry.
This bar height
Yeah.
is good. And this
Right.
bar height is good, but this is too low.
Right.
So that's the only modification I see. So anything above this bar is fine, which is the seat.
Right.
You're just gonna have to
Cut that out.
cut a little bit of the cushion out.
I keep forgetting there's not going to be a giant drive shaft spinning at
Yeah, it's
like
gonna be a-
1,000 RPM there. Okay.
Not right there.
All right.
Wouldn't that feel nice?
That'd be fair.
You like the vibration?
Be really nice. I'm excited thinking about it.
I gotta see Steven's thumbs.
Steven's thumbs.
Yeah, somebody's saying they're ugly thumbs.
Oh, I saw. Yeah, that wasn't very nice.
That was a hand model. This is what you get.
was-
Yours are ashy. Wait, that's why you're
My
wearing the
thumbs are actually pretty
right
good.
now.
Nice thumbs. I have nice thumbs.
Yeah, actually, you're not that ashy right
they're
now.
not. See?
Oh, well,
See, that's still from the date that I had.
yeah.
That's see.
You're still creamed up.
That's still.
Yeah, you're not fooling anybody.
That was days ago.
Oh wow.
I'm still ahead of the game.
Rich is skipping around here whistling Dixie. Yeah, look at that.
Moment of truth. Let's see what we can do, Steve. What do you think? Think it's gonna work? It better work.
Probably should have cleaned these screens first.
Probably.
Sorry, people.
Do you want to take the light off so it's more dramatic when it doesn't work again?
Now you can't see the
We're
fingerprints.
not getting anything out of it. Uh-oh, Steve, something's wrong.
Now your chicken grease hands can't be seen on the screens either.
Give Daddy something. Give me something. Come on.
Oh,
Oh,
there it is.
there it is, baby.
Hey.
There it is.
Oh no.
Oh, no, that's not the.
Oh no, the charge port's disabled.
That's not the important one. Why is that one powered off? I don't know.
Hey, there we go. Oh look, it's. Owner is under my name. That's weird.
That's really strange, Steven. I don't think.
Yeah.
How odd. How bizarre.
How very peculiar.
The Tesla system is going to be looking for the drive unit. It's going to be looking for the battery. It's going to be looking for the other 99 things you removed from the car. And those are the error codes I want to get rid of. Whereas the standalone system, just for the LS motor, isn't really going to care. Its primary job is to run the LS, and then that's really it. So the interesting part is coming up now, integration. But it's working. We're getting power. It may not seem big. This is a pretty big
magical moment.
Yeah, it's pretty big. So yeah, we have Wi-Fi, dude. Well, we can't connect to it, but
Dude, it's connected to the Wi-Fi.
is it really?
It's trying to.
It'll get there eventually. It's trying to connect. I don't have the password though. What's Joshua? Joshua, what's the password for your Wi-Fi? Joshua, what are you doing?
We received some negative comments. I've been looking into it.
Joshua, you're not even on VPN. We have a strict no logs policy. You know that. You can be using private internet access for that.
I didn't think I needed that here.
You know I hate old technology. Private internet access is available for all platforms from Windows, Mac OS, Android, iOS, and many others. You can use one subscription to protect up to 10 devices at the same time, and there's a 30-day money-back guarantee in place. They have 20,000 servers in more than 70 countries, which will encrypt web traffic and protect your identity from prying eyes of big companies on top of your secret projects, or if you just want to watch blocked Netflix shows from a remote server. And by using my link in the description box below, you can get complete digital privacy for less than $3 a month and 3 extra months for free.
This is it. This is kind of what it's going to look like. when it's
Yes,
done.
to address those are zip ties. We're putting
Yeah.
this as a
Those
mock-up.
are, those are permanent. A lot of people don't really understand. I keep saying that. I keep saying that. People just don't understand. Like, they just don't get it. Like,
zip
there's
ties.
like, one guy was like, Joshua was telling me, one guy was like, oh yeah, there's no headers on it, it's fake. It's like, show him the engine, please.
Here's the header.
This is a real engine. Look at this.
That's a
This
real.
is a real engine.
That's a real boy.
This is a real boy. Okay? This real engine is going really into this car. And these are the headers. Okay?
Modified zip tie.
We'll install the cats later. Promise. Cut that part out. The interesting thing too is how the exhaust is going to get run, because there isn't a whole heck of a lot of room underneath the car, and those collectors are pretty big.
Just a smidge.
Those are big old collectors. Eventually, when we do turbo, we'll just have it stick out the fender. Call it a day.
Yeah.
Nah.
Just blatant.
So, but yeah, that's it. This is a lot of this is Joshua's handiwork. He's just tacked in the transmission tunnel so far. He talked about that a little bit earlier. And in terms of the motor mounts and the subframe, again, those are just kind of tacked in, and that's going to be supporting the weight of the engine. Joshua, where's the third mounting point for the transmission and stuff? Boom.
Not currently built in the car, but that's what it will connect to.
Okay, it's going to tie into this right here. And this is easier because the mount's already here. It's already a rubber mount.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of where we put this in the car and how it's going to bolt to probably one of the cross members. One of the things we're doing too is that there's two different variants for the sun for the. Another thing we're
Cut!
cut
Nah,
right there.
leaving that in.
And the other thing we're doing is that there's two different variants for the front subframe in the Model S. This is the all-wheel drive front subframe, and that is the rear-wheel drive front subframe. And you can look at it, there's a few differences. One of them is the positioning of the steering rack itself. And the steering rack in this one, it's pushed a little bit further because it has to make provisions for the holes that go in for the axles for the front motor. But now that we have this in here, it's a lot easier to work with, so we chose to use the all-wheel drive rack instead. I want to put the rear-wheel drive one in because it's a lot cheaper and easier, but I guess you can't be cheap forever, But that's how a steering rack works if you didn't know.
You do that more than twice, you're playing with it.
What? Stop.
Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We actually were able to get the screens working in the LS Tesla without any modules or drive motor installed. This is the first stepping stone to getting the Tesla electronics working independently of the LS engine. In the next episode, we'll be finishing up a lot of the odds and ends of the car, like the braking system, suspension, and also the process of installing sound deadening in the car. Stay tuned for next week to see the start of a new project while we wait for parts on the LS Tesla. Check me out on Instagram at RichieBKid to see a teaser of what's next, and I will see you all next week.